Hi everyone, it's Mileta again on Dip and Dish. This time I have two very special recipes for you. The first one is mango milk pudding with caramel sauce, and here I have all the ingredients with me. And of course it's called mango milk pudding, so there is mango, and I have mango compote with me, which I have made in the other episode of Dip and Dish, so you could see how to make it in that other episode. So I'm just going to set this aside, and we are going to use this as the base of the pudding. Now for the pudding, I will be needing milk, sugar, egg yolk, and of course some jelly powder. And for the caramel sauce is sugar, water, and with a bit of cornstarch. So first of all, let's make the pudding first. Okay, so I am just going to pour the jelly, sugar, and the milk. I'm using full cream. And I will be adding the egg yolk at the end, just before I will turn off the stove. Okay, so I'm just going to wait until the milk is boiled, and afterwards I'm going to turn the stove off, and then I will add in the egg yolk. Alright, so while waiting for the milk to boil, I am going to beat the egg yolk. Now here's a little trick that I have learned from my aunt. She's really good at cooking. She says if you want to make custard or like pudding using egg yolk, put a little bit of the mixture, of the liquid mixture, into the egg. There we go. And I'm going to add the egg yolk. Okay, now I'm going to spoon the mango compote into the bottom. And then I'm going to pour in the pudding, and I'm going to use a sieve for a smooth consistency. Okay, I've poured all the pudding into 4 cups, and we are going to let it cool for a while and just let all the steam evaporate, and then we'll put it in the fridge. Okay, so I have put the pudding in the fridge. Now while waiting for it to set, we are going to make the caramel sauce. For the caramel sauce, of course, we are going to use sugar. And we are just going to wait for the sugar to melt until it bubbles. And then I'm going to add water. Okay, so the sugar has all melted and it has a caramelized color. It is golden brown. And then I'm going to add it to this. I'm going to stir it. Make sure to thicken it. So after stirring it for a while, it's going to have this consistency. This is perfect. And it has come to a boil again. So I'm going to turn off the heat. And I'm going to remove it into a small bowl. Nice caramel, nice and sweet. This is going to be the topping for the pudding. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and we're just going to wait for the pudding to set. A mixture of cold and warm. There you go, the first recipe, mango milk pudding with caramel sauce. I have one more recipe to share, so stay with me. For this second recipe, I am going to use dry shrimp, and we are going to make dry shrimp salad. And these are the ingredients. I have cucumber, I have carrots, I have tomatoes, and also some cabbage. And for the cucumber and the tomatoes, I have seeded them so it won't get too watery. As for the dressing I will be using chilies. Now these red chilies or bird chilies, these are really hot. I have some dried shrimp, so this also has been ground. I have lemon juice, I have salt and sugar. So there's not exactly any precise measurement to make the dressing, so it's mostly all by feeling more or less. But if you don't want to make it too hot, then you could maybe just have like 1 or 2 chilies. Like today I'm just going to have like 1 or 2 chilies, and I'm not going to be using a food processor because this is just a very small amount of the spices that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use what the ladies in Indonesia used to have when they want to grind something to be really smooth. So this is a traditional food processor. A mortar and a pestle. This is very heavy. It's quite heavy, but man, the ladies, I tell you, they could really grind all sort of spices into very smooth. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grind the chilies. Okay, so first I'm going to grind the chilies with some help of the salt and the sugar. So the salt and sugar, why do I grind them together, is actually because they can help smooth this grinding process much faster. I like it to be sweet, so I'm going to add more sugar into it. Then we're going to grind. We are going to have some exercise this afternoon while waiting for iftar. And usually when the ladies of like the mothers in the household, this is what they do almost every day to make the chili sauce, or what we call sambal. So they don't need to go to the gym. They just go to the kitchen and take a mortar and pestle and grind. See, even this is not a very smooth texture yet because it's still like chunks of the skin of the chilies. What's amazing is that, you know, like the ladies back in the days, they can make it like really smooth, especially the ones that are in the village. I've seen one in Sumatra where they make all of the paste from the spices. They have this very large mortar. It's almost like flat. And the pestle is like a rock, which is sort of like an oval shape. And they use both hands and they go back and forth until the spices are really nice and smooth. See, my arms are already sore already. I can feel the muscles here working. Ah, okay. Nice. Okay. I think this is already smooth enough, as you can see. So I'm going to add this lemon. Okay, let me just mix it first together. Make sure. I think 1 teaspoon is enough because it is very strong. Ebi, it has a very strong aroma, so I think 1 teaspoon would be good. Yeah, I think 1 teaspoon would be enough. Okay, so this is the dressing, and of course you can add more later on if you think this measurement does not suit your taste when you're making it. just add more sugar, more salt, or more chilies just to suit your palate, because I'm sure that my palate and yours is not the same. Everybody has their own palate. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for a while, and I'm going to get a salad bowl. And then I'm going to put the cabbage here. And carrots. Cucumbers. And tomatoes. Okay, and we are going to pour the dressing here, and then we're going to toss it together. Okay, I'm strong enough. Alrighty. Now we are going to toss it together. Mix it well. Make sure it's... And the best thing when you eat this is you let it sit for a while, put it in the fridge, and just let, everything absorbs together. So everything is mixed well. So this is the dry shrimp salad. Hope you will enjoy it. And of course, better yet, I hope you will have a great break fasting. So thank you for joining me. This is Letta, and I'll see you again on other episodes of Dip and Dish.